Hi everyone, welcome back to the Danny Show. Today I have a very special guest. His name is Jack Kirwan. So Jack Kirwan is a third year Media and Communication Studies student at the University of Guelph-Humber, specializing in visual communications. With a heavy interest in photography and videography, he hopes to take his skills outside the classroom and help businesses succeed. He is even the owner of his own photography company, Orangechairthree, where he's responsible for taking and editing headshots of clients in the Greater Toronto Area, GTA. Make sure to follow his page on Instagram. I'll include the link to it in the description down below for you all to go check it out. He was a skate instructor at CJ Skate Park, where he taught skateboard lessons and sold skate products in the retail shop. Also, he was a freelance videographer at Flavor Savers Mission in Georgetown, Ontario, where he was responsible for filming and creating videos for the brand's social media pages. Jack is now the current food and beverage server at Canlan Sports, where he's responsible for selling food and beverage products to Canlan customers. And now Mr. Jack Kirwan joins me live. How are you doing, Jack?
Awesome. How you doing, man?
Good, good. Thanks for coming on the show. I
Yeah,
appreciate
no
it.
worries. Happy to be on.
So, first question, why did you kind of pursue a media and communication studies degree at the University of Guelph-Humber?
Yeah, man. Honestly, since I was a kid, I had a big passion for video. I remember when I was like young, probably 11 or 12, my brother and I, we
Right.
discovered iMovie.
Hmm.
So we would just go out and basically just film videos. I remember we did a video. It was based on in the yard, more or less. And then we edited that and
Sure.
thought that was a great time. So since then, I kind of got an interest in photography too, a little bit dabbled in graphic design.
Hmm. I
And
see.
so that really just paved that. And then when it came time to, and I took Comtech classes as well in
That's
high
good.
school. So when it came time to do that, I basically just realized, this is something I want to do. So that's where I started looking for schools.
Okay. That's great to hear, man. So like,
Yeah, for sure.
why did you choose Guelph Humber? I mean, there's so many other institutions here in
So
Toronto.
originally, one of the big things I know a lot of people talk about this, but how you get the degree and the diploma, right, in the four
Right.
years,
Yeah.
big selling point. Also thought there was like a mandatory co-op, so or internship, so
Right.
that was a big thing for me. Um, and also too relatively close to me, but yeah, like when I looked through the courses, it looked like it was something that was going to cover mainly what I wanted to like deal with, and it wasn't anything too specific right away, so I could kind of figure things out as I go.
Right. Right. I see.
you know
So yeah, I totally agree with you. So why did you choose visual communication in regards to like the other specializations we also?
Honestly, yeah, it was between that and between like social media like slash marketing.
Hmm.
But honestly, yeah, just because my passion's mainly in photography, video, and then again like graphic design a little bit.
Hmm.
It was the only one I really wanted to like was really seriously interested in going in.
Right.
Because again, like I could have done marketing and I think that would have been beneficial, but I just so much preferred to do visual com just because it's what I would like actually enjoy doing.
I see. Now that you're in visual comm, how has the experience been like for you as an overall Humber student?
So it's honestly been decent. The classes have been they've been tough, not gonna lie. Like as well, visual com as a whole, pretty tough, lugging around equipment, having to it's just a lot of time. You just gotta put aside a lot of time.
Right.
It's not anything that like can't be done. You just gotta really have the time to do it with any creative like that, right?
Right. I see.
So that's the biggest thing. But I'm really happy with my work so far.
That's good.
Like I've been like this year's been really really good for me and like adding to my portfolio.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And like I told you, like we're down to do more content together in the summer.
Yeah, for
Hopefully,
sure.
Jack's gonna be the video man for our
Yeah, that's gonna be sick.
content.
Those are gonna be good videos
So videos coming out soon, guys. So
for
stay tuned.
sure.
And prior to our interview, actually, a couple weeks ago, you told me like you want to implement some changes to the Guelph Humber program. What kind of changes do you want?
Yeah, so my biggest thing, I feel like with I think a lot of people can say it's the internship. It kind of sneaks up on you because a
Right.
lot of it is like you gotta go out and do it yourself type thing, which it kind of makes sense, but it's just I think that has to be like communicated a little better.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, that it's more like not a placement program, right?
Right.
And basically, that's one of my bigger things. Also, I wish first year there were a little bit more visual com based
Yeah,
like courses. I
I
understand
totally
too,
agree.
like
Yeah.
not everybody is in visual comm, right? Like everyone's
Exactly.
kind of
Yeah,
like the first and second year, everyone's mushed together.
for
But I
sure.
feel like it's there's a lot of journalism courses. There's some marketing courses too, but I want them to add a few more visual comm courses. Maybe even have like an intro to video like second year. I think that
Yeah.
would be very very beneficial because there's graphic design second year, but I think that would be very helpful.
Even I think, Jack, even motion graphics that we're currently in, I think we should have had an introductory course because it's kind of a lot to take on, especially
Right.
in third year when you're just introduced to all these things, but they feel like you're experienced already, but you're not. I
Sure.
feel like we have to like work on that and that
Sure.
the program, like just implement more courses, like a little bit of more of everything in the first 2 years.
Hmm.
I think we lack
Right.
on that, and then we just add theory-based courses that are just
Sure.
not going to be beneficial for us.
Right. I think yeah, it's like a balance, right?
Exactly.
Until obviously like once you get to like third year, you got to focus more on your specialization. But I think it's just about balance. Like there's not enough visual comm courses before third year, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. So, kind of segueing from the changes, what has been like your best, like most favorite course you've taken at Guelph-Humber
Um, my
or
favorite
courses?
course. So there's a few. So right now I'm taking basically a VR video course, which I know
Right.
it's like it's not directly exactly like what I've been used to like it's not what I've been used to doing,
Right.
but I really enjoy it. It's interesting. Like we've been using the 360 cameras, right? We're actually working on a thing right now. We're going to be filming like it's basically like a slasher horror kind of experience type
Okay.
of thing.
Cool.
So we're going to be doing that for our final project. But yeah, I've really enjoyed doing that. And then um, I've also enjoyed. So we're doing location photography right now,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that's been cool. Basically, just go out, take photos. Basically went to go take photos at a restaurant yesterday.
Cool.
Um, and I've just enjoyed like going around with like the flash and just experimenting a little bit. That's been a lot of fun.
Cool.
One thing too, last semester I took another photography class. It was more focused on the lighting,
Right.
so
Studio
studio lighting,
lighting.
right?
Yeah. Studio lighting. Yeah.
And that did, not gonna lie, take a lot of time. Like I had to put a lot of hours into that. I had to come in on like some weekends and stuff.
Mhm.
But I got some photos in the end that I was really really proud of. Because I would just sit there and I would just take so many. I would try so many different things until I like got what I was happy with.
Yeah. I think it's just trial and
So
error, right? Yeah.
100%. So a lot of the work that I'm most proud of came from that class, studio lighting.
Studio lighting. Oh, that's great, man. And honestly, this studio that we have at Golf Humber, like I can't
Hmm.
emphasize how great it is. It's honestly state
Yeah,
of the art. The amount of
yeah, it is nice.
like green screens we have, like backdrops, and the
Hmm.
equipment that we have at GH is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's really good. It's really good. So now that you've like taken the courses, you talked about kind of your experience, what kind of aspect
Mhm.
of the discipline do you like the most in visual communication? Like, do you like graphic
So
design, videography? Which one?
honestly, it's between photo or video.
Photo,
See,
video?
I really like photo, um, but I think it'd be easier for me, like especially going into like a career,
Right.
to just be well versed in photo and video like equally. I think video would probably be a stronger focus for me.
Okay. Mm.
Um, which is some like that's just my opinion, but yeah, photo and video. Um, yeah, honestly, I just think that because yeah, honestly, that's kind of just
Yeah.
photo and video.
Photo and video. Do you
Yeah,
think like
photo
they
and video.
work? Do you think they work in tandem or they're just two different
Yeah,
things?
no, 100%. I think that like I think it's important now. Both, not everybody has both, right? Some people just
Right.
focus on one, but I
Mm-hmm.
think it's really, really important to be both if you're going to be like communicating. Because especially if you go up to a business and you're making like a commercial or something, right? They're
Mm-hmm.
not you're like you're going to want photos to brand like to for the brand, and then you're going to want video, like,
Exactly.
and ideally too, you have graphic design so that like maybe you got to make some logos for them. You can like
Yeah,
promote their maybe they have something coming up. You can promote like an event.
for sure. 100%. Yeah.
So I think it's important to have all three.
Yeah, all three aspects. But for you, it was video and photo, right?
But yeah, video is like the main one I want to focus on.
Right.
But I really enjoy photography.
And I also talked about this in the intro, Jack, how you work at Canlan Sports. How has
Yes,
that
sir.
experience been like for you as a part-time job
Um,
university
so
student?
yeah, it's been honestly really good. I really like just like the social aspect. A lot of people that work there. It's also immersed me into hockey. Right, I'm not a big like sports guy in general outside skateboard, like action sports.
Sure.
But like hockey, soccer, basketball, I never really got into.
Right.
But since I started working there, started getting into hockey. Um, and yeah, just honestly, I have a few jobs there. When I'm working in the restaurant, um, you know, doing stuff, bussing tables, and then also like serving beer and whatnot to
Mhm.
people. So, but yeah, it's just been good, man. Able to make some money on the side and hang out with the people like hanging out with.
Do you think it's very beneficial for a student to have a part-time job when they're in university? Because I know a lot of students, they don't have part-time jobs. Do you think they're
So
missing out on
I
something?
think it just depends honestly on each person. I personally do. I think it's a decent idea, make some money on the side. And also I think you can learn just as many things from your job as you can like at school. That's one thing my dad always says too.
Yeah, same here.
Um, it's so true though. Like you really do, you just learn different things, right? Like school is more of like a practical, like focus on a subject kind of thing. And work is just teaches you like life lessons and social skills and whatnot, all that.
Yeah, I
So
think
yeah, I do. I think
yeah.
it's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea too because like when I started having a part-time job in university, it really taught me like how life is like hard to make money, how hard it is to
Right.
make money, and how easy it is to spend it, unfortunately. But
Right.
it does teach you a lot of good life lessons outside the classroom. And I think it will be beneficial for everyone if they have a part-time job, even just for like a
Right.
semester to just try it out.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, how was your like high school experience like for you? Did you feel like your
It's
high
good.
school prepared you for this media program, or did you just go to like a
Um,
regular high school that didn't have any media courses?
so it did it. I took Comtech. I think it was grade 10, 11, 12. I
Mm-hmm.
like my grade 11 got like cut because of COVID, and then just kind of turned
Right.
into not too much,
Right.
like as most people did.
Right.
But yeah, honestly, I think it kind of did. Like I think with university, like with any type of going. Sorry, let me think about this. Going into post secondary, right? It's gonna be like an adjustment for anybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that I did what I could. I took the courses that I was passionate about taking. I like taking all those contact classes. Um, so I felt like confident enough that that's something that I was interested in doing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Okay, I see. Yeah, I took Comtech as well. I think a lot of media students took Comtech because the last interview I
yeah,
had with Shaban, she took Comtech as well. I think Comtech was kind of like the media kind of heavy driven course
yeah, yeah,
offered in high school for all of us
100%.
before we
Yeah, I
got into
remember
the program. So
100%. I remember when I was applying. Sorry, I went to the university fair. I
great.
think I was like, I think I was like grade 11 or something.
Okay.
And basically, they were telling me they're like, yeah, like take all these comp tech courses if you're interested in this, do this, this, this. And again, I was already taking them, but such a
Hmm.
beneficial thing to do.
Yeah, it honestly is. And like I'll come out with a video soon, guys, about like high school courses that related to media, like which courses to take. So stay tuned for that one as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, for sure.
Jack, thanks so much for coming on the show,
Yeah,
man.
no worries. Thanks for having me.
One last question.
Yes.
So, any advice you want to give anyone who's gonna be going to Guelph-Humber or any type of media program, being a media student?
Um, yeah, I think like it's good to take the time to figure out what you want to do, but on your own time, like go out and try all the different kind of things. Like if you have an interest in photography, like rent out a camera and just go out and take photos before you get to third year. You know what I mean? Same with like
Right.
video, same with graphic design. Like maybe like t- go online, do some like whatever, like video classes, whatnot. Um, that's probably my biggest advice because like you can just kind of wait and figure it out. But I think you'll just have a better time if you know what you like and what you don't like. You'll have a better time, I feel like, if you know what you don't like. That'll be the easier thing.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, honestly, just put like one thing like my mom's always told me too, like just put a lot of time into what you love to do, Like if you're doing like for example, if you're in visual comm like me, and let's say you really like photography, just put some time into it and really make work that you like outside of school too. You know,
Hmm. Right.
that's one of the bigger things.
I see. So just be passionate and kind of go above and beyond.
Yes, sir.
I see. Well, Jack, Kirwan, everyone, thank you so much for coming on the show, Jack.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Follow him on his Instagram and LinkedIn as well. Put the social handles in the link in the description down below. Thank you so much.
Awesome.